Like, I never had water growing up, which is the opposite of you.
Are we about to get into this right now?
I guess so.
Hello and welcome back to the Nuanced AF pod. I'm Juan.
I'm Lex.
And we are two highly empathetic people who are always trying to find a nuance in everything because everything is nuanced AF. Lex, how you doing today on this beautiful 78 degree Fahrenheit day?
It's very, very warm out.
Very nice after a bunch of rough winter days.
Yeah.
We finally have what feels like summer.
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We're skipping right over spring, I guess.
Personally, someone like me, I'm very much okay with that because pollen usually gets me.
Pollen, yeah.
But yeah, we just did the whole spring forward, daylight savings, whole spiel, and like losing that hour sucks.
Yeah, it definitely sucks, but it's worth it for the extra time in the day.
True. Yeah.
It's like
days will be longer now.
Yeah.
The sun will set later.
Yeah, that's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It's like it sucks for that day, but you get adjusted.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And hopefully the day this comes out will be Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
I believe there might have been a Friday the 13th last
so.
month as well in February, but
yeah, something maybe like that. I know there was one kind of recent.
I don't know if it works out every year like this. Maybe it does. I gotta look at like the math, but like I think like how days line up in February, because February only has like 28 days. March also lines up the same way. So if there's like a Friday the 13th in March, there's a Friday the 13th in February.
Oh, that's interesting.
But obviously anyone can fact check me on that. But yeah, how do you feel about Friday the 13th? Are you superstitious at all?
I played the fifth because I don't want to say either way.
Oh, okay. You don't want to like jinx yourself, maybe?
No. I guess makes me superstitious, but
you can infer what you would like to infer from that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But I feel like you give energy to those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of giving energy to those things, 13, as I said before, is my favorite number.
Yeah, it's your favorite number. For sure.
The Stranger Things tattoo that I've shown off before, which is 11's tattoo, but the number 13. I got it on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. It is your favorite number.
Yeah, it's my favorite number.
Yeah.
I graduated high school class of 2013.
You were almost born on the 13th.
I was almost born on the 13th. I was 4 hours away, less than 4 hours away. The house number I grew up in, the number was 13. And, being a Swiftie, we all know Taylor Swift's association with the number 13.
Yeah, she's her favorite number 13 too. Yeah, that and then like you liking 13 has definitely given me like less of a reason to be like ooh about it because my mom was born on the 13th, but she also is she is probably a big reason why at one point I was rather superstitious about it because she was also superstitious about it.
Yeah.
And like she didn't like being born on the 13th. Which is funny because you would want to be born on the 13th.
I get that. I think the only thing I can remember kind of bad happening on a Friday the 13th, I remember, I got to confirm with my dad, but if my memory serves me correctly, someone like stole his like tires on one Friday the 13th. That's
crazy.
And I'm just like, what? And but I was a kid back then, so I didn't know how that worked. I was like, how does someone just steal your tires?
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have wheel locks,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
So
it is messed up, though, to steal somebody's tires.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's really messed up.
It's funny. I hear the higher trim levels of this car, the newer Camrys, people are stealing the wheels left and right. And then, but like, I would go on like Reddit to see like, what about the LE, which is the trim I have? And they're like, nah, nobody wants those ugly pieces of shit. So I guess it pays to have ugly wheels.
I guess they're ugly. Like, goddamn. I guess that works in your favor.
Yeah. And I hear that like wheel locks only like somewhat deter these thieves, like, but there are ways around it.
Like it makes it harder, but it's not like perfect kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep my wheel lock hidden in this car, and I will not discuss where or disclose where.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Up my ass. No, I'm kidding. At all times. They ain't getting me.
Don't go through security anywhere.
Sarah, I need you to spread them.
Jesus.
But yeah, so Friday the 13th leads to our Am I the Asshole for
Okay.
today, which is going to be Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to go to a therapist because of his Friday the 13th obsession?
Okay. Obsession in what way?
You'll see. So, my boyfriend and I are dating for only 6 months now, but I really love him. He's physically a 10, and personality-wise, also a 10. However, he has a very strange obsession with the Friday the 13th movies and Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. He watches the movies at least once every weekend. He's got countless pics of Jason in his camera roll. He named his dog Jason. He has Jason figures, you name it. At first I thought it's fun and kind of cute, but now I feel like it's way over the point of that. Almost every day he shows me some edits of Jason, and I can tell that he's really passionate about the stuff. It's like that's his whole personality. I tried talking to him about it today, but it didn't go well.
Is his personality really a 10 then? I don't know.
Yeah, that's valid question. I tried talking to him about it today, but it didn't go well. He told me that the franchise comforts him and that he loves Jason and that he always watched it when he was a kid since he got bullied in school. I advised him to go to a therapist because of it, as I don't think it's healthy to be this obsessed with a movie franchise and a fictional character, especially because he's a murderer. He got very emotional then. His eyes got red. I'd never seen him like this before. And said that he's disappointed that I don't understand him. His reaction wasn't that bad, but he was clearly upset. I kind of feel bad for it since these movies and Jason bring him so much joy, but I just don't see how that's healthy. Am I the asshole?
I would say no. I would say no.
Okay. Interesting.
Why?
This has been labeled as yes, you are the asshole.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe my opinion's a little bit different. I think it depends on how you look at it. I wouldn't say she's the asshole, but I also wouldn't say he's necessarily the asshole either. This is one of those ones where it's like kind of a mid point maybe, but I guess it really depends on like why he really likes the scary movies. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to wrap my head around because I'm not a horror person.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now I have not seen these movies. I
have seen some of these movies.
Of them, but I don't know what happens in them. I barely know who this Jason Voorhees guy is. Obviously he's the villain of these movies.
Yeah. So I don't really know. Like I'm assuming in some ways like this is just like any other fandom. Like you'd like a person, but I don't know. Like for me, it's not that he watches the movies every weekend because you have a favorite movie. I get it.
Yeah.
But like having the pics in your camera roll, like multiple of them, like that's a little weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't think it would hurt to go to therapy and like unpack that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my big thing is I just don't get horror movies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm a good person to like judge this really.
It seems like she wanted him to go to therapy to sort of like
move away from
this.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to just unpack it, just to like understand himself better, which that I feel like, is a valid thing to want to do. But I think a lot of people are saying this person's the asshole because it's like, okay, sure, he's obsessed with this thing, but like lots of guys are obsessed with other things like sports, anime, video games, things like that.
Well, I think that the thing that gives you pause is because it's like the guy's a murderer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that gives you pause.
Yeah.
It's not like, but then it's like women are interested in true crime a lot of the time, but then it's like, I mean, I can't speak for all women, obviously, but I think a lot of time women are interested in true crime more for like the reasons of like how did this happen, not like I like the cinematography of this particular show. Like I think it's like how did this kind of stuff unfold? Like what led to this being a thing, and why is this case solved or unsolved? Like it's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, I do think someone in the replies made the distinction that like, okay, if he was trying to be like Jason, that would be the problem. But if he just like likes the movies, the franchise, the character,
I think I need to know why. Why do you like this character so much?
Again, the only info we have is that like something about growing up, it gave him comfort.
Like seeing the movies.
Yeah, and like I guess it was during a time where he was getting bullied in school. So I don't know if it was like directly because of that, or it's just something that like is bonded to that moment in time.
Yeah.
But again, I agree with the person that said, as long as he's not trying to be Jason.
Yeah.
Trying to go around murdering people.
Like you're allowed to have your hobbies.
Yeah, if he likes this, then he likes it.
Yeah.
And
where do you stand on it? Do you think that like she's the asshole, or do you think he's in the wrong? Like, what do you think?
I don't necessarily think he's the boyfriend's in the wrong. I do think this person, to say an asshole is maybe a little harsh.
Too harsh. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would just push back. On like their perspective and try to like be like, hey, here's the nuance in this.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And if you're still just like, I still don't like that, then maybe this is not the person for you.
Yeah. Like if this woman is like so freaked out by that or whatever, I would say then that this person obviously isn't for you, because maybe we like I said, we don't have all the information, so it's like we don't really know. Like I can only really go from like if that's your thing, that's fine, but like I personally wouldn't want like that would be a little bit of like a like I'm a little concerned about that. Like so I get where she's coming from.
Yeah. I think her concern is from a good place.
Yeah.
But I do think that like there's also something to be said about how like as long as you're not harming anyone, including yourself.
Yeah.
Sure, you can have the things that you like.
Yeah.
You can have the things you're obsessed about.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
even if it is a little obsessive and a little passionate, as she describes it, she uses that word.
Yeah. And I mean, there's plenty of people that like movies like that. There's a whole like industry based on horror movies. So I mean, there is a market for that type of thing. Like he just seems to be that market. Yeah. Just like the same thing for like paranormal stuff. So I feel like just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for everybody.
Right.
But I get like her being like, is this I don't think it's also weird for her to ask him to go to therapy for it though. Like I think that's like if you wanted to be Jason, I think that's a real problem. Like that's a real problem.
Yeah.
But if he just like enjoys like the franchise, I think that's that's where it gets a little bit mixed signally.
Yeah.
Like because you're like, what is this? Like we need to know more information.
So here's the top comment that I do think it's a top comment for a reason. It says, "YTA, you are the asshole." People have their obsessions. There are people who live and eat and breathe sports, D&D, anime, video games, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. There are crochet-obsessed people and ones who climb mountains. People have things that they enjoy and that's okay. If you are obsessed with being Jason Voorhees or fantasized about going on stabby sprees or talked about how he wished he could kill people, I could see your concern.
Yeah.
Maybe the movies were an emotional outlet when he got bullied and are comforting to him. Who knows? But if it's just something he's passionate about, then let him be. Trying to take away something that someone loves is mean and cruel. People like what they like. If it bothers you, then maybe you two just aren't compatible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't go as far to say, like, she's the asshole, but I definitely would I agree with that comment.
Yeah. Yeah, again, saying you're the ass... I mean, if you're only given those two options...
Yeah.
But I think, we're all about nuance here. And, like...
There's a middle ground, obviously.
full-blown asshole.
No.
But maybe you could reconsider some things. Maybe you could learn from a few different perspectives.
Yeah, because I think that, like, that's why maybe the unpack is sort of necessary, because you're just like, well, yeah, like, why do you like this character? Like, is it simply because, like, this movie was there for you? Whatever. Or maybe it was, like, a connection to, like, a sibling or a parent or something, like something like that. Or was it, like, you just... Yeah, I think the thing is too, like, it matters, which we don't know. If this was anything else, would she still be like, oh, you're so obsessed with it? I think that's a big thing too. Because if it was like cars or like sports or whatever, like, or like, I don't know, the anime, anything, like if it was any of those things or anything else, would she still be so like, oh, it's so bad you're obsessed about it? Or is it just because it's like a horror film franchise?
Yeah.
Like, what's the core issue here?
Yeah, I also think it's also okay if it does truly bother her. Truly, and she's like, okay, this is not for me. I think that's okay too. That's a good like learning
experience.
I
would agree with that.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think you're allowed to be like, okay, I'm glad we learned this about ourselves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to work out, but maybe we can still be friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like this, like, oh, this is what's wrong with you, and like.
No, it doesn't have to be that. Like,
it doesn't have to be malicious.
It could be as simple as, hey, I don't love that. I'm happy that you do.
Yeah.
But like.
This is just not for me.
This is just not for me. Like, this isn't going to work.
Doesn't mean there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, this is like, a deal breaker kind of thing.
And I do think it requires a level of maturity on both ends to understand that.
Yeah. Because, like, that person who got, if this was the case and they broke up or whatever, that person could take it and run with it and be like, oh, like, my last, like, partner didn't like this about me, and like I'm gonna now not like love the thing that I love, which like isn't right either. But it could just be as simple as like, maybe that freaks her out too much, that this is something that you really like. And, you know, it's like she cannot live with that for one reason or another. Like, people are also allowed to have like preferences in that way. It's like, if that's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker. It just sort of is what it is.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of nuance in that anyway. Like, certain things are like okay for that to be like a preference, and then other things are like, I think you need to do some like learning or unlearning kind of thing. Kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah. So not a full-blown asshole.
No.
But
no.
You could learn from the nuances we've discussed.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely nuance in this for sure.
Yeah. Also, because I've never seen the films, I don't know how this connects to Friday the 13th.
Yeah, like I don't know enough. It's been literally decades since I've seen
Someone
the film.
let us horror newbies know.
Yeah, like there's stuff that we might not be getting because like, we haven't really seen them, because I don't think you've seen them at all, right? And I haven't seen them
at all.
I haven't seen them since I was like 10 maybe. So it's like I don't really remember them.
Yeah.
And I don't like horror, so I don't revisit.
Yeah. Well, if we have any horror fans, let us know.
Yeah.
If that's how you're enjoying Friday the 13th, then, more power to you. Cool.
On to the next.
Yeah. Shall we move on to TikTok?
Yeah.
All right.
Emotion into your food? What is this? That phrase is intriguing, but also confusing. Like, the food is giving you emotions or making you emotional. Like, what is this phrasing of this?
You'll see.
Okay. Dieting becomes so much easier when you stop putting emotion into your food. Your burrito is not your ex-girlfriend. It has no power over you. All it does is fuel your body. And there's no good and bad food. It's just food. Chocolate isn't better or worse than an apple, but it can be more advantageous in certain situations. We want to feel like food has the power, but in actuality, we have the power over food. And once you take away that power from the food and understand, like I said, it's just a fuel source, dieting becomes so easy because you just look at it as a number that sometimes tastes a little better than other numbers. And sure, sometimes you can splurge, but most of the time, you're just eating to eat. Dieting becomes so much easier.
Oh, that's interesting.
All
Well,
right.
it's also kind of heavy though. It's loaded.
Yeah, there's
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you don't think like that's like a rather black and white way of putting it.
yes. I don't think it's completely wrong.
It's not. No, of course not. And
Is it-
ideally, that's maybe how it should be. But
Right.
yeah.
This notion that food is just fuel for your body, again, not completely wrong.
Yeah, definitely not.
And like could potentially be helpful advice for someone who is struggling with a lot of like emotional eating, and maybe trying to eat better, whatever people's relationship with food is can be very complicated.
Yeah.
I think it's a little dismissive to just say food is just fuel.
I think it's also ignoring a big piece that, people eat food as a communal experience too.
Yes.
Like, whether familial or friendship or, there's, good things to be gained from emotional attachment, like not necessarily to the food, but like to the companionship
Yeah.
potentially.
I think
Or comfort food. Like that's the whole thing.
I think food is one of the biggest, if not the biggest part of someone's culture.
Yeah, 100%. And it unites many cultures.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a great uniter of cultures.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do think that this isn't necessarily bad, this take. It's just the reframing could be helpful for some people. Yeah, for sure. Like I've never had like a full blown eating disorder, but I've definitely had like my very much like dysregulated type of eating, or like when I'm experiencing like a lot of like anxiety or like depression kind of symptoms, I don't really feel like eating because like that's a big symptom of both of those things, like repressed appetite or like lack of appetite. And like I've also at certain points in my life gone to like extreme lengths to like lose weight and then ultimately gained weight back. This type of reframe like did help me to some extent be like, okay, like looking at food as a more neutral thing instead of like, oh, good food or bad food.
Yeah.
But also it completely depends on like your frame of reference when it comes to food.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, like this could be helpful to some people who like really need to like reframe their mind that way. But I do think, again, there's nuance to this.
100%. This is a very nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
Because it also isn't helpful when it's like diet culture is so prevalent. Like there are this message is good if the message elsewhere was also, oh, food is fuel, not, oh, if you eat a chocolate bar, you're a terrible person. Like, or like if you're, going over your like calorie deficit, oh, that, your life's over. Like, there are like those very strict messages, and it's everywhere. It's pervasive. I think that people don't even realize it's happening most of the time.
Yeah.
Because it is so ingrained in, at least in the United States. I can't speak for other like places because I've never lived other places, but here, it's certainly here.
Yeah. I think for me,
Like-
fundamentally, I believe that food is meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
Whether that's like from a communal standpoint, a cultural standpoint, like a learning standpoint, like learning other cultures, like learning how they prepare their food and like what they offer. Or
That's a
different
big
styles.
a big thing I love about food.
Yeah, there's a whole industry of like restaurants, cooking, culinary arts, like
like
bakery, like baking,
yeah.
which is
for sure.
such a science.
It is, yeah.
And like
100%. We were just talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much goes into like presentation and like the service, the experience, and it's just like
Exactly.
Food is not just fuel.
No, it's not. It's, and I feel like that's a very like I said, it's a
Food is fuel, but it's not just fuel.
It's not just fuel. Yeah, like food like that truth is definitely there, but there are other things. It's ignoring the fact that food is like multidimensional. It's multifaceted, and it's not just a fuel source, because if it was, people wouldn't have comfort foods. Like comfort food wouldn't exist as a concept. It would just be, oh, I'm going to eat this broccoli because it's giving me lots of nutrients instead of, this cupcake, which makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
Like
Again, I get
different.
it from the other perspective where it's like people put too much emotion into food.
Yeah.
And like that that is very much a problem.
That's also like another type of problem. And that's the thing. Like food is very layered because of all the, cultural nuances and also like, takes like this where it's like, yeah, food is fuel, but also there's like people that have eating disorders and or just straight up like disordered eating, which is like something that I've experienced, like to the point of like, yeah, like you've like calorie restriction or anything like that. It's just that in and of itself is like a way of eating that's like somewhat normalized, but it's like you realize that it often does, my opinion, more harm than good to your thinking. Like I know for me, like that was a very like diet culture is not a good place for my brain to be because I tend to go into like an overdrive kind of situation where I like needed to be like a certain, like I was fixated on like the number on the scale instead of it being like, oh, how do I feel? And I think that's kind of an interesting, also like related because like I am like, I've been like a pretty stable weight like for the last, I don't even know, like 5 or so years. But it's also like I feel like better, or at least like bare minimum I'm more like in touch with like how my body feels versus like when I was at my thinnest I was like pretty unhealthy because I was like exercising all the time, which can be healthy but also when you're doing it all the time is not healthy. Or like I was like restricting my calories like pretty heavily and like that, thinking about that like consumed my brain. Like that was all I could think about, so there was no room for like anything else, no room for enjoying like anything, like especially my life. Like, so it's like when people maybe see pictures and be like, oh wow, like you were so thin or whatever, but I'm like, that was when I was my most unhappy. Like I was so unhappy. So it's like it's all relative.
Well, that touches on a bigger subject of like you just shouldn't comment on people's like body and appearance.
No, I think
even if like you think like someone's like quote unquote looks better, like they might not necessarily be feeling better.
Yeah, exactly. This makes me actually this reminds me of something. There was a lady who came in to my job and was like we were having a nice conversation, we were just chatting about the menu and whatever, and then she asked like, oh, I don't know, like she literally was like, oh, I'm too fat right now, I shouldn't have like XYZ thing. And I was like taken aback by that because that's not maybe surprisingly something I don't really hear very often, at least not like at work. And
it's very forward, especially to a stranger. Yeah,
especially to a stranger. This was not a regular customer, so I did not know who this woman was outside of like this 5-minute conversation. And then she was kind of like looking at me like I should say something, and I was like, yeah, I probably should say something. And
it's one of those.
It's one of, yeah. And I was just like, no, like I was like, girl, just do what you want, have your thing. I was like,
treat yourself.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I was just like, be if you want your your whatever, like have it. Like I'm not going to be here, like I'm not judging you, like based on. So I was like, I wasn't sure how to respond because I just would never have said that about another person, and I just would never have said that about myself. Like even if I was thinking it, like I wouldn't have said it out loud.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, whoa, like I think you need some reframing here. But I was just so jarred to hear it at all.
Yeah.
And I just like, I felt bad for the lady. I was like, you should enjoy your little treats. Like don't feel bad about having a snack and having like a little treat. Like, I don't know. It just made me feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people often feel that way. It's like you feel like you need to earn the thing, and I'm just like, you can just be a person and enjoy the thing. Like, yeah.
You've definitely taught me to like reframe my way of thinking.
Well, I've had to reframe quite a lot of my own, so I get it.
people's relationship with food, man, it's so
complicated.
So complicated. So there's a lot of misunderstandings.
Yeah.
A lot of unnecessary like shame.
Yeah, and this assumption that being in a thinner body is always more healthy. That's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily true at all. Because
we're not doctors. We're not giving any medical advice.
Definitely not.
Consult
Doctors,
medical professionals for your specific body.
Yeah, no, 100%. Go to your doctor. But speaking for myself, I can definitely say that when I was at my particular thinnest, I was not my healthiest, mentally or physically.
Right.
So
and I think a good doctor. Shout out Dr. Mike on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of him. I feel like if you have a good doctor, they will also take into consideration mental health.
Yeah,
emotional health.
Yeah, and your concerns, if how
not
you're
just
feeling.
Physical health.
And and if this is realistic.
Yeah.
Because fitting yourself into an arbitrary size isn't necessarily, the best thing for your mental health or your physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to speak on your experience at all with any of your relationship with food, but
I'll touch a little bit on it.
only if you're comfortable, because I know that I have a lot to say, but I know you do too. I just don't know if you want to say it on the.
Yeah, no. I'll just say that you've definitely helped me reframe a lot of potential problematic thinking and maybe a little bit of that shame that I was talking about. You've helped me to release some of it. Obviously, I have my own thoughts and feelings about my personal body and how I feel, but I'll just say that you've helped me get to, I think, an overall healthier place.
Oh, well, that makes me happy because I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, feel free to go on more if you have any more, or you could just go on to the next if you feel like you said your piece.
I feel like I've said most of it. Don't comment on people's bodies. Please don't do that.
Yeah. Don't comment on someone's appearance unless you're a medical professional and a patient's coming to you being what's wrong with me, and
then,
and even then be kind.
Still
be
people
kind. With dignity.
Yeah, treat people with dignity and respect, and sometimes sometimes it is just unnecessary. You just do not need to comment. And I've definitely been on the receiving end of people making those comments, and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
It's not a fun time for people to be remarking on that kind of stuff.
Because honestly, it shows your own insecurities.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's kind of telling on yourself a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Because I would that was always the biggest thing for me when I would get those sort of comments, because I'd be I would never say or ask somebody those questions that I was getting asked. So I'm just over here being what's wrong with this person?
Yeah.
In my head. But in the moment you're kind of well, what do I say? I haven't gotten quite to the spot yet where I want to be, where I'm just I'm not going to tell people to fuck off, quite literally that, but I do in general, the essence of that.
Yeah.
I want them to be don't say that to me. Don't even say that. I'll usually spin it, I guess, in a way that's hey, why do you think that's okay to make those comments? I'll usually,
and I'm sure that throws them
go
off.
that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's funny how that tends to be that's even a conversation that's brought up is weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess besides that, there's a lot of nuance to this conversation.
Lots and lots of nuance. Like I said, food is fuel, but it's not just fuel.
Yeah, food is definitely fuel, but not just
You are
fuel.
allowed to enjoy it.
Yeah, you're allowed to enjoy it.
If you don't enjoy it, what the fuck is the point of life?
Yeah,
What's the point of living?
You are allowed to indulge. It's but that's the thing. It's everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
that's true.
I know that's people say that all the time, but it's like the best way to balance everything.
And like I said
You know?
before on here, like nuance is balance.
Yeah.
And balance is moderation.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, one thing, just a little bit of an aside, but you know how we were talking about how like I try not to drink like a lot of soda, but I still like do enjoy soda. So when I go out and say like I'll have a burger or something, I'll have soda. You know, just, or like sometimes if we go out to eat, I'll have some soda. Or, you know, if we're not particularly going out to eat, like I'll try to have it like once a week kind of thing. But it's funny because I grew up like drinking like pretty much soda, tea, juice. Like I never had water growing up, which is the opposite of you.
Are we about to get into this right now?
I guess so. But it's
Very much the opposite of me. I was a water drinker through and through because
Yeah.
I never drank soda because I tried soda and I'm just like, oh, it's bubbly. Oh, it hurts to go down my throat.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Why is my drink painful?
Why is my drink painful?
And yes, in adulthood, that also means I don't drink alcoholic beverages for the same reason.
Yeah, same reason.
So when I met you and you're like, yeah, I don't really drink water.
You're the
much.
reason.
I was like, what?
You are the sole reason I drink water
I
at
drink
all.
water with almost every bite of like food I have.
Sometimes I drink. I eat a whole meal and I don't drink anything.
And here I am, 2 empty cups of water, staring at your full one, being like, please, I need it.
And it's like you don't want to take it away from me, but you're also like you're not drinking it. So
Yeah.
like I have to remind myself to drink water,
Yeah.
like
And
consistently.
You keep telling me to just be like, just start asking the server to just bring 2 waters.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, I
really need to
I'm
start
too
doing that for
embarrassed.
you because I can be embarrassed like for you. It's fine.
he's going to need 2 waters. He's too embarrassed to say it.
I would just ask it. I would just be like, hey, can we have like 3 waters? And if they look at me like I have 3 heads, that's fine.
I'll never forget one time, I forget where it was, but we went out and like it was like my 3rd round of refills. The server
Oh no! Yeah.
they were nice about it. They weren't just like, "Oh, this guy." But they were just like, "Here's the jug."
Yeah.
Again, they were nice about it. They weren't just like, "Here, take it." They're just like, "I figured maybe you could use
You
this."
probably need this.
And in my most
Which I don't know if that's better or
here's
worse.
here's where I felt shame. I was just like, "Thank you."
But I'm like, you're hydrated. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Like you are what people should aspire to your water consumption, where most people don't drink enough water, myself included. So I think you should not feel shame about that, and you should, be okay with your consistently drinking water self.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. Okie dokie. All right. Another one.
What's blinker theory? It's going to be a long one. What's this?
This is one I feel strongly about.
Oh, geez. Okay, I'm very interested now.
There's a theory out there called the blinker theory, and it essentially states that using your turn signal might be the purest form of empathy. Think about it. You gain absolutely nothing from using your turn signal. It doesn't make your trip faster, and it doesn't benefit you directly. The only reason it exists is so it can give other people information. It tells those around you your next move so they can react in a safe manner.
Mm-hmm.
When people choose not to use it, it's because they're only thinking about their own movement, not those around them. It's a tiny action, but it reveals a much bigger mindset. Are you someone who moves around the world considering others? Do you use your turn signal?
Okay.
There's a theory out there called...
I get that. I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about this because
Okay.
I
Please go on.
get so mad when people don't use their turn signal because of this reason. I do believe that like it is a form of consideration, a form of empathy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I do think it benefits you sometimes because like, giving that information to others will help them react in a way that
Keeps you safe too.
keeps you safe, keeps everyone safe.
Yeah.
And and vice versa. So there's a little bit of like self benefit there.
Yeah.
But also like let's say like you're waiting to make a turn, and here you're waiting for cars to like for the road to like be clear,
So you can turn.
and maybe there's like one car coming, and then they're making a turn into where you're going, or no, where you're coming from, but they're not using their turn signal. Well, they just wasted your time. Like when you could have gone.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing what you're gonna do if you don't like signal. So we have to assume you're just going straight. And it's also quite dangerous. The opposite, where your turn signal is on, so I think you're going to turn. But if you just keep going straight, and like I've already assumed that you signaled that you're turning,
that could cause an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to slam on your brakes. I'm gonna have to slam on mine because like they were signaling wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just like you gotta you gotta fucking pay attention.
Yeah, especially when you're driving.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, come on.
And like, fucking help me help you.
Yeah, help me help you. Exactly.
Like use your turn signal so people know what you're doing. Like if you just slow down, like let's say you're behind someone and like they're about to turn somewhere, but you don't know that because not using their turn signal, they're just slowing down. You think maybe there's a hazard up ahead. There's, I don't know, whatever, an animal, a pothole, just something. And then you see them slow on and you see them turn.
That happened to me the other night when I was driving home. I was like, guys, they weren't using their signal. And I was like, bro, it's there. You can use it. I promise.
Or like they use their signal as they're turning. It's just like, oh, come on. Like
that's too late. Too late. Like, oh, jeez. It's like.
If you use your turn signal early, like, you know, people could pass you either in another lane or just pass you in general.
Yeah.
Using your turn signal, your blinker, like, it's just considerate of others.
Yeah, that's like the whole point. Like to be considerate of other people, especially when you're driving, because it's not like you can read each other's minds. Like you have to use the tools that are available to you, and that is a tool, so use it.
Oh, especially like if you're like changing lanes. And you've got to use your turn signal. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Don't just go.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's dangerous.
Yeah, for real. Like,
if there's no one around, sure, fine. But
yeah, exactly. Like
I do it when no one's around just so that I'm in the habit of using it still.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like everyone should be in the habit of using it, but they're certainly not. Some people. Like, and like I feel like, you know, if it's a one-off mistake, that's fine because like his people
like if you realize late that you needed to make a turn, like obviously there's no way for me to know that. But like, you know, I can be sympathetic of that.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're just someone who just doesn't use it ever and like
for real,
you're just thinking about yourself.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a pass if you're a new driver. That's
okay.
Also
new
a
drivers
pass.
too.
Yeah,
if you're learning.
Yeah, if you're learning, like, and like I don't know if other states do this, but I know New Jersey does, where there's like little like the red tags like on license plates.
Yeah,
so
little stickers.
At least like you can kind of see that as other drivers, be like, it's a kid, like they don't know what's going on. Like, I get it, like it's fine. Like that whole thing. Like I remember being like your age and learning how to drive. Like,
did your parents ever not want you to have that red little sticker on the license plate? Because
I do think that there was a conversation like that at one point.
Okay, yeah, because like I know some kids whose parents didn't want that because they didn't want
safety reasons.
Yeah, people to be like, oh, there's a minor in this car,
or like someone real young that might be able to get taken advantage of. Yeah.
And like this was just a big signal to be like, hey, I'm young in here, and then that could be a safety concern.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. I get that legitimate.
Too. Yeah, that's fair. Because sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah.
But just because you have that red like little marker thing doesn't necessarily mean either. Because like you can just be sharing the car. Like that's
true.
That's
too.
also possible.
Yeah. Usually at that age, it's usually like a parent's car.
Yeah, it's usually a parent's car. Yeah, like or it's like a sibling's car or something like that.
Right,
like you're sharing it with your sibling. That kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this does make sense though. The theory, it's like it just is generally like, oh, you're thinking of others as you're driving around. Others, whoa, what a concept! But some people don't ever use their signal, so.
Yeah.
And it's always at the most inconvenient time. Yeah. And you're like, what are you doing? Like.
And it's funny, us here in like the tri-state area, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, we all think each other has the worst
Yeah,
drivers.
it's terrible.
And it's
terrible
funny
drivers.
when people say, "Oh, New Jersey has the worst drivers."
New Jersey drivers are kind of aggressive. I think that's probably part of it.
At first, like I feel a little bit of insult being from New Jersey. Didn't think I'm a good driver, but then I realized, oh wait, I'm from New Jersey. I've seen our drivers too, and they do
The
suck.
Jersey slide is
my
a real
fucking
thing.
God.
It's
If you don't
a real
know,
thing.
the Jersey slide is like, let's say like you're on the highway. There's like 5+ lanes or something, and you're on the very left lane, and your exit's on the very right.
Yeah.
And you just, whoop,
Yep.
that's the Jersey fucking slide right there.
Yep.
Go past all 5 lanes like real quick.
That
to
I
get to
think
an
is
exit.
worse than the California roll. I think.
What is that?
The California roll is
Sounds
when
delicious.
No. It's when you're at a stop sign and you don't stop, you just roll through the stop sign. You're just like going
Oh, you don't stop at all?
you don't stop. It's not a full stop. You're like you're coasting. But you're coasting through the stop sign.
Are you coasting without looking?
No, you look, but you still coast. You don't stop. You never make a full stop.
Okay.
It's California roll.
Sometimes like California roll, when it's blatantly obvious there's no one
Yes.
around, I'll like press my brakes a little bit. I'll slow down.
Yeah. But you can't do it at a four-way, which California has a lot of.
Like 4-way stops?
4-way stops, yeah. It's like, but you should fully stop at a 4-way stop, but some people don't.
Yeah.
They roll through the stop signs.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what are you doing? If you don't make a full stop. It's like, how do you know who has the right of way at that point? Because you just kept going. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There are certain intersections where it's like, yeah, there's nothing around. Like, there's nothing blocking your view of like all other like incoming like roads. So
Yeah.
like if you can see clearly that you're the only one on the road.
Yeah. I think that's like,
Okay.
yeah, like that's like, you shouldn't. It's not best practice, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, I get it.
Yeah. It's good to get in the habit
Yeah.
in those moments. Use that as like your way to get in the habit of like
Yeah.
stopping at stop signs.
So I feel like everybody does that. It's just like situationally when it's okay and when it's not okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Jersey slide is way worse.
Oh, way worse.
way
yeah.
worse. Yeah, I think it's way worse than that because that's more dangerous because like oncoming traffic and everything, and just like risky. Like, what are you doing? Like, but I don't know. I also kind of I think like the feuding is really funny between like the tri-state area. I don't know. I think that's like everyone has something to say about everybody else.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's not just limited to driving. That's about everything.
It's about everything.
Who has the best pizza? Who has the best bagels?
Who has the best cheesesteaks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I'm like, I feel like there's not as much with New York. It's mostly like New York for bagels, I feel like, or pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Philly and Jersey with the cheesesteaks, they kind of go up and back. But I do feel like if you're not saying Philly for cheesesteaks, like it's literally a Philly cheesesteak for a reason.
Yeah. Don't ask me about cheesesteaks because I like Wawa cheesesteaks. So it's like my bar is not high to clear.
This is definitely, this goes with the food part maybe, but there are also levels to food. Like you are allowed to like trashy food sometimes too. Like food that isn't like necessarily like highbrow or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just food that's like convenience store food or like, you know, Doritos or whatever.
Yeah, because
like,
I personally value
Lay's.
like being able to enjoy all levels of food.
Yeah, same. Like it doesn't always have to be the best food you've ever eaten. Like it does not have to be like, oh, this is high quality food. Like sometimes food is just like, oh, I want to like feel good after I eat this, or like you know if it's a healthy thing, or maybe if you want something like, you know, a comfort food type vibe, like that kind of thing. Like, because I definitely love like a Wawa run, but is it always the best quality food? No, but is their mac and cheese good? Yeah, it's good. Like,
yeah, like take me to a 5-star authentic Mexican restaurant, and I will enjoy
love
everything.
That. Love
and
it.
at the same time, when nothing else is open except for
Taco
Taco Bell. Oh man, and then it's $5 like cravings box.
And low-key, Wawa has tacos, and they're pretty good too. They're not like authentic, but they're good. Like, you know.
So yeah, for me, something doesn't need to be authentic to be good.
Yeah,
usually authentic is good.
Yeah, authentic is pretty much always good. I feel like. But yeah,
but it's not a requirement for me to enjoy.
I agree with that. Like,
Like, I love a good fusion place.
Oh, I love a good fusion place. Like, sometimes fusion places are, like, the most interesting, too.
Yeah.
There's just always...
Even Americanized places. Panda Express, pretty damn good.
Yeah, Panda Express is pretty decent. Like, I mean, American Chinese food in general, you can, like, say that about. I feel like just because it's not, like, the most authentic doesn't mean it's not good. It's just, you know, it's Americanized for a reason. It's, like, for the American palate. Like, and it's taken out maybe some of the stuff that Americans wouldn't be used to eating. But I just think that that's, like, there are different levels to enjoy the food. It doesn't always have to be, like, the best food you've ever tasted in your life.
Yeah. It's so funny how we've come full circle back to
the
first
somehow.
TikTok. Yeah.
I love that, though. This works. This is great.
The blinker theory is connected to the fucking food fuel.
Yeah.
Not really theory, but, like,
yeah.
concept.
Just the conversation of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's connected. Everything's
And we
nuanced.
got back all because of the tri-state area with the foods.
Oh, that's how. That's how
how it connects. Because, like, you know, they fight over the driving. They fight over the bagels, like, and the pizza and the cheesesteaks.
Your bagels suck. Your drivers suck.
We missed one. We missed the big one. Pork roll and Taylor ham.
Okay, I think only New Jerseyans would know what this is, but, like,
which is such a shame. It's so good.
Yeah, like, okay, people in North Jersey call it Taylor ham. People in South Jersey call it pork roll.
Yep.
We call it pork roll.
We call it pork roll.
And our argument is that, like, Taylor is the brand name.
Yeah, it's a brand.
And pork roll is, like, the actual item.
Yeah, it's like if someone says, like Kleenex versus tissue.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, like I would say tissue, but other people have definitely said Kleenex. But you all know what everyone's talking about. It's just different words for the same thing.
I remember, like, see, I forget what that's called, where, like, a brand name becomes more famous than the actual product name.
Yeah.
And I remember the big one for me was Band-Aid. I thought
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a product name.
Yeah.
Or like
I get
a
that.
brand name.
Brand name, yeah, it's a Band-Aid.
But bandage is the
actual
product name.
product. Yeah, which is so funny to think about that, because that's definitely one of those that I think that, like, it's grown its own kind of set of legs, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just sort of, you think of Band-Aid and you just think of a bandage. Like, you know, that sort of deal. Or like when somebody said, like, if I say, for instance, sandwich cookie, what do you think about?
Sandwich cookie?
Yeah.
Like an Oreo?
Like an Oreo. But did you know that an Oreo wasn't the original?
Yeah, it was something that sounds like a cleaning product. Hydrox. Ugh. See, there's the power of marketing right there.
Yeah,
like,
true.
A bad name will kill you.
Yeah.
Hydrox. Why? It sounds like Clorox.
It does. It does. I wish it didn't, but it does.
Hydrox. Ugh.
Oh, it does. But then they make, you know, say, like, other options that are very, very similar to like Oreo, right? Like, it's like they make other Oreo flavors, but they make other sandwich cookies too. Like, that's why you can get, like, off-brand type stuff.
Yeah.
Or, like, even more expensive, like, healthier versions of the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just interesting how that works. What are some other things that are like that? I mean, like,
Kleenex and Band-Aid are the first to come to mind.
Same. Like, because I feel like those are the most, like, interchangeable that people do. Like, for the most part.
This is an older one, but, like, people, I think, used to say Xerox.
Oh, yeah, like a Xerox machine.
Instead of saying, like
a copy machine.
Yeah, can you copy this? Can you Xerox this? Or
I think Xerox was the brand.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah. That makes sense.
Like, that's a really older one.
That is definitely a throwback for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm sure people do, but I don't really hear it that much. Like, people saying, like for paper towels, like that. I feel like people still just say paper towel. They don't really say, like, oh, like, can you get me a Bounty? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like, people don't, it doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
I think, I guess Sharpie might be becoming one.
Oh, true. Yeah, Sharpie. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's because, like, Sharpie is, like, one of the best kinds of markers.
Yeah, Sharpie's like a big brand for sure. I'm sure I'll think of, like, a multitude later, and I'm just like,
I remember seeing lists of some. I just don't remember any like Band-Aid again in Kleenex.
Yeah.
Kleenex.
Clorox, Hydrox.
Chloroform.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I know off the top of my head.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what about? We were talking about pork roll. What about Spam?
Oh yeah, Spam. I feel like most people, Spam is its own thing though. Like, if that does that make sense? Like, and I'm thinking of this from like a culinary perspective. I think that pork roll is like used in like a multitude of ways, but so is Spam. But like Spam is like included in dishes because I think it's more of like it's more widely available. I think like you can buy it off any shelf basically.
Yeah.
Where like pork roll is very like East Coast.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like you can't really buy pork roll like everywhere, but you can buy Spam basically everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much to the point that they have like multiple flavors of Spam.
Yeah.
Where like pork roll is just kind of pork roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moral of the story: use your blinker.
Roundabout way of getting back there.
We did it. We got back
somehow.
All right. I think that's all we have time for this week.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and listening. If you don't want the party to end, consider joining us over on Patreon, where we record for a few extra minutes after this episode ends. Or, if you'd rather, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/nuancedafpod. If you want a free way to support, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, where we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers so that our channel can be monetized. You can find all our links in the descriptions below, in the show notes, or at linktree/nuancedafpod. That is linktr.ee/nuancedafpod. Thank you so much for joining us and listening. And remember, in a world where nothing is black and white, it is our jobs as human beings to find, understand, and be that nuance, because we are all nuanced AF.